Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tabitha and I am the maker and creator behind Safari Stitches, and I do a lot of crochet content, crafty content, market prep, market vlogs, all sorts of really fun stuff. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy watching, please hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and when we get there we're going to be doing a fun giveaway, and I'm actually going to talk about one of the things that I will be giving away as part of this 1K subscriber giveaway, so stay tuned. It's part of my my goal planning. So, as I just revealed, this video is going to be about goal planning for your small business. Now, this is going to be a little bit more geared towards if you do markets, online sales, if you are a crafty business. This may not apply if you are not a crafter. But I feel like the same things kind of apply across the board when you're a small business owner. So we're just going to go through how I decide what my goals will be and how I categorize them, how I keep track of them, how I set them, all of that fun stuff. So to start with, I treat my goals as guidelines. Obviously, I want to reach my goals, but I also use them to help me kind of plan out the activities and what I'm actually going to be doing with my business. So when I look at goal planning, I pick categories of what I want to set goals for. So for me personally, my categories are going to be just general business goals. So just along the lines of like products that I offer, things that I want to do in my business, things I want to introduce into my business, stuff like that. And then obviously I do markets, so I have specific goals specific to my markets. And then I do sell online as well, so I have goals specific to selling online. So those are my three categories, is just general business, markets, and then online. I think I will start with my market goals, and I'm going to go through my market goals, my online goals, and then I'll finish off with just general business goals. So for my market goals this year, or for next year, for 2025, I learned a lot this year in 2024 as far as markets go. I kind of know what to look out for now when applying for markets. I know I have a lot of resources at my disposal now that will help me hopefully hone in what markets I want to do next year. But my biggest goal next year is to do a lot fewer repeat markets. So I did a farmer's market this year, and I think I did 16 of those because I added in a couple. I think I was originally signed up for 10, and as I was available, she was just like, yeah, do you want to come and set up to tomorrow, blah blah blah. So I just kind of picked up random markets here and there. I don't want to do that next year. I feel like I personally missed out on quite a few larger markets that I probably would have done a lot better at, just because I was already tied up and committed, and I don't like bailing on my commitments. So one of those market goals is to do fewer of the farmers market to open up my schedule a little bit more. Right now, I'm leaning towards doing the farmers market 3 times. I'm gonna go back through my list of all of my market sales and see which months were better for me at the farmers market and do one weekend in those months. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do 3 weekends at the farmers market, and then the rest I am going to dedicate my time to doing bigger markets that are more craft shows that people are expecting handmade items. The next goal that I have is to continue exploring other markets, which kind of lines up with the last one that I just said, but I have 3. I did 4 at different markets last year. One of them I will not be going back to. No, sorry. Yes, I did 3. And I we'll be going back to those 3. So I have those dates already marked off in my planner for next year. But I have a list that has been recommended to me, so I'm going to go through and kind of get an idea of what weekends and dates those might be so that I can make sure to not double book myself with the farmers market. But I want to continue to explore different markets and areas and just kind of get a feel for some different demographics and areas and just expand my list of markets outside of the farmers market. Next year, I want to do $15,000 in sales at my markets. Now, that's not a huge jump. If you watched my market recap for 2024 video, then you know I can tell you right now, almost $12,000 in sales total, which doesn't seem like a huge jump, but I'm cutting out a lot of markets next year. So I want to make more money at markets with fewer markets, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my goal. The other goal, which I also briefly talked about in my market recap video, is to switch to Shopify fully. I like Square. Square is very easy to use. I like the invoicing system for custom orders that are local. However, and we'll get into the online goals here in a couple of minutes, but I do want to focus a lot more on my online presence next year. And so not having to manage inventory across 2 different point of sale systems is just going to make it a little bit easier on me to keep track of stuff. So I do want to switch to Shopify. I'm going to look into investing into a better card reader because the one that I have right now, I think the Bluetooth signal just isn't always the best. So I need to just do a little bit of research and just kind of see what my options are as far as point of sale systems through Shopify. But that is the ultimate goal, is to switch to Shopify fully next year and not use Square unless I absolutely have to. So that kind of wraps up the market goals for next year. There aren't very many because, like I said, I want to focus a little bit more on my online presence next year versus my markets, which is going to include quite a few different aspects of my business. So let's move on to online goals. So my first goal of the new year is to get a proper website set up. I don't know if that's something that I'm going to do on my own. That's what I've done previously. I have a website set up. It's currently locked because I have nothing on it at the moment. But I am actually floating around the idea of having someone set one up for me and paying them to do it, just to take that off of my plate and have somebody that's used to using that kind of software. Now, I could figure it out. I could YouTube it. I could Google it. I know there's a lot of tutorials out there that will allow me to set it up on my own, but it's going to take me so much time to do. And I might start doing that process. Like, I already have the bare bones set up anyways. So I don't know. I'm kind of floating around the idea of paying somebody to do it for me, but I haven't quite decided on that yet. Again, that's a goal for next year. It's something I'll start looking into at the end of this year. The next goal is to do plushie and item drops on my website after every market. So what that's going to look like is, since I'm going to be using Shopify for my point of sale system, you can actually in Shopify turn all of your items off of your online store while you're at the market, and then you can relaunch them on your website. So my plan is to upload everything to my point of sale system only, and then after the market, go in there, change everything to ready to ship, like for my online website, and then launch it all, have plushie drops after every single market, and just allow things to hopefully sell online as well. And just keep the inventory moving a little bit, because I get stuck with some items and I don't want that to happen this year. So ready to ship drop items ready to ship drops of items after each market is a goal. The other one is I want to have my Etsy with all of my items that I have made previously as made to order items, and customizable. Now, I know people have certain opinions about Etsy, I do too, but I think Etsy is a really good platform, especially for small businesses that are just starting out and you don't have to bring your own traffic. Etsy does it for you as long as you're utilizing their search engine optimization properly, which I do. I have gotten a lot better about this year, but I'm really bad about posting my stuff over there just because I don't want to spend the time doing it. So one of my goals is to have all the items that I make and that I enjoy making up on my Etsy as made to order customizable items, and obviously I sell patterns and stuff through there too, but I want to maintain my Etsy a little bit better. I do jack my prices up to cover the Etsy fees. So for example, my big Anchor the Octopus, I sell for $90 at my markets and will probably sell for $90 on my website, but when I put that on Etsy, it's probably going to be closer to $110 to $120 just to cover the fees. So that's one of the bonuses to shopping one of my drops. So the last goals are more so social media goals. Obviously, my goal is always to be more consistent. I need to assign some hard numbers to this, but I would like to post shorts more often to YouTube. I'm terrible at short form content. As you could tell, I'm a professional yapper. I love talking people's ears off. And but I want to be more consistent about posting short form content on both YouTube and Instagram. I'm thinking my hard number is going to be 3 times a week. That may or may not change, but as of right now, three times a week sounds good to me. And then I've been a lot better about posting to my Instagram stories a little bit just to stay active. So both YouTube and Instagram, I want to get up to 5,000 subscribers and followers next year. That is my goal. Instagram, right now, I'm going to just give you, I'll give you the numbers that I'm sitting at right now. It is December 7th, so we're not at the end of the year yet, but on Instagram right now I'm sitting at 718 followers, so 5,000 is quite a jump. And then on YouTube, as of right now, we are sitting at, wow, we're at 940 subscribers, so we're 60 people away from 1,000, which is exciting. But next year I would like to get to 5,000. I'm hoping that's doable just because I've only been on YouTube now for 2 months and I've gotten to 1,000 subs almost. So I'm really hoping that I can get to 5,000 next year. We'll see. But yeah, that is all. Sorry, I'm looking, I made a list. So that's why I keep looking away from the camera. I'm looking at my list, but, okay, now we're going to get into the general business goals. My first goal is to write more patterns next year. I really enjoy the creative process of making plushies and making my own designs. So I have a hard number of 10 new patterns for next year. That may change. I may do more, but my minimum that I would like to hit for next year is 10. I think it's very doable. It's less than 1 new pattern a month, so on top of markets and stuff, I think I can do that. So that is patterns. I would also like to do more pattern testing. I did not apply to very many this year just because I was so busy trying to get my own market prepping done, and I just didn't really have the time to pattern test, but I love pattern testing for people. It's so much fun. I love seeing what people create. I don't know. I love seeing people's creativity shine. It's so fun. So I would love to do some more pattern testing next year. Another thing I would really like to do is I want to learn how to do Tunisian crochet. I got a set of Tunisian hooks from my sister last year for Christmas. Elsa, if you're watching this, I'm really, really sorry. I have not used them yet. I just haven't had the time, but I want to dedicate some time next year to learning how to Tunisian crochet because I just think it looks so pretty, and I would love to make some things with my Tunisian hooks. So that's another goal. Let me check these off because I've got a lot. Hold on. Okay. My next goal is I want to keep a journal. And I'm not talking like a dear diary, I feel really good about today. Like, I'm not talking about that kind of journal. I want like a blank notebook dedicated to my business that I can date and just take notes in every day that I work my business, because I want to be able to look back and see what I did. I want to take notes at my markets to say like, hey, people were looking at this a lot, but nobody was buying it, or like that could indicate that my price is too high, or the quality is not that great of that item, or like if people gravitate towards a certain display at my markets a little bit more, then I could hopefully gear the rest of my booth around that display and make it all look similar. But I also want to keep track of what I do each day, like have a to-do list for each day that I kind of keep track of, and that way nothing kind of gets lost in the shuffle, because I do work a full-time job. I am planning on working a full-time job next year, unless by some miracle I create the best pattern of 2025 and make a killing off of it. I do plan on keeping my job next year, so I just need something that is specific to my business and not my general everyday planner. And I already bought the planner, so I'm really excited to start filling it out with my market schedule and everything that I've already kind of got planned out for the year. And that kind of leads me into being a little bit more organized in my business. That's another goal. I got into a really bad habit of spreading my stuff everywhere. Like, I've got obviously like yarn in here. I've got crafting stuff in the closet in here. I also have shelves in our guest room that have yarn all over them. I've just got bags of supplies everywhere. I'm really bad. Like, I'll go to the craft store and I'll come home and I'll just set my bags down. I need to be in a better habit of taking the bags and unpacking them. So, being more organized, which if you watched, I guess I don't really know what day this is going up, so I can't really say if you watched my last video, but I just started an office organization and makeover series for Vlogmas, and so I have started that process already. So we're already getting a head start on next year, which is great. We love it. So that leads me to some really exciting things that I have planned for next year. I have been in touch with a local, I don't even know if I think she's a small business, but it's another one-woman operation, and she has an embroidery machine, because I do not want to spend money on an embroidery machine. I would rather, like, especially while I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. But I have plans for a really fun apparel line for crafters, and it's all gonna be embroidered. It's not going to be like heat transfer vinyl. I'm not doing sublimation. I've tried sublimation. I don't like it. It's just not my thing. It doesn't give me the look that I'm going for. So stay tuned for that. I might reveal some of the designs on here that I'm coming up with, but I've been talking to a local lady supporting another small business. I'm just like really passionate about shopping small if I can. Now don't get me wrong, I shop on Amazon. I do, I mean, I feel like everybody kind of does, but if I can, I try to shop small. And that's really important to me because I hope that other people shop my business because they want to support another small business. So anyways, sorry for going off on a tangent, but I've already been in touch with somebody and I have all my ideas in my head, and I just need to get them on paper and figure out the logistics and order some apparel. But I'm planning on doing crew neck sweatshirts, t-shirts, and I'm probably going to do some tote bags too. But they're going to be like minimalist in design. Oh my gosh, hello. They're going to be minimalist in design, like not like super crazy in your face, but they're going to be geared towards, like I'm going to have some that are geared towards crocheters and knitters, but I'm also going to have products that are geared towards the crafting community in general, which I'm really excited about. So stay tuned for that. So that leads me to this next product that I'm planning on launching at the beginning of the year, and also leads me to talk about my giveaway that I'm doing. So I apologize. I know I sound like a broken record, but when we reach 1,000 subscribers here on this channel, I am planning a giveaway. And right now I have a giveaway set for 2 winners. And if we reach 1K before the end of the year this year, so we still have, it's only December 7th, so we still have quite a ways to go. So I think we're going to do it, but I'm going to add a 3rd giveaway winner to this giveaway. And one of the items that will be in the giveaway is my new product that I have been working on for several months now, trying to perfect and figure out the best products and all of that fun stuff. But this is the official product reveal, and I'm super stinking excited. And I hope you guys like these as much as I do, because I'm a 90s kid, if that's any type of hint whatsoever. I am a 90s kid. I grew up in the 90s, and this is what I have created. These are stitch markers, and if you know, you know. But these stitch markers can come with or without the number bead, so you don't have to have that on there if you don't want it. But they're going to come in a ton of different colors, and I can pretty much do any hook size, and I'm going to have a ton of different colors available. The first winner is going to win a full set of stitch markers, which is going to consist of and you can choose to either have, it'll be the same number of stitch markers either way, but you could choose to have it with or without the number attached for hook sizes. But it's going to be a 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, and an 8. So it's going to be 8 stitch markers total, with or without the numbers. And if you don't use one of the sizes, you can let me know, and I will just do the other numbers, whatever. I can do double, I can double up on them, but it'll be 8 stitch markers total for the first winner. So that's part of the giveaway, and I'm really, really excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. This is the first time I have shown those on any social media platform ever. So I'm super nervous, and I really hope you guys like them. But I'm super excited about those. I can't wait. I'm still working on color combinations and just kind of like testing out, like I've tested out different brands of beads, different string. I think I might go with a different hook. I haven't quite decided yet. Yeah, but either way, I'm still kind of figuring things out and I'm really excited about them, and I really, 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 really hope you guys like those too. Hoping to launch them on January 1st, so stay tuned for that too. But that goal is those two new products. I want to do an apparel line for crafters in general, and then obviously the stitch markers, and I have some other ideas for stitch markers as well, but I've been playing with this one right now. So that leads me to my last and final goal for next year. I haven't run the numbers yet on how much my business has made this year as a whole, but my goal is to make 30 grand next year in sales, net sales. Markets, Etsy, and my website. And it includes physical items as well as patterns. So that's my goals for next year, you guys. That is absolutely everything. So hopefully that gives you guys some inspiration on some goals that you would like to set for yourself for next year. And I'm sure I'm going to be coming up with more goals than those, because I am a list maker and I love making lists and I love marking things off. So that is absolutely everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to tap the subscribe button and hit the like button to show YouTube that you enjoyed this content, so it will push it out to others that may also enjoy this content, and it also shows me that I need to make more stuff like this. So all of it is very helpful, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.